To the
Kelekile!
123rd state of the puppet nation.
Let's get it on. This week, Zuma speaks about women.
You are looking very sexy today.
And Mmusi Maimane hits Cape Town.
I'll give you a Mursa warm clap.
All this and more. But first, this.
There's a new union on the block, started by EFF members, but not sanctioned by Julius Malema.
The EFF commander-in-chief has distanced himself from the union, which is headed up by Malema's ex-bodyguard, Stevens Masiza.
You wouldn't understand. Nobody would.
Understand what?
You give someone their political start in life and then they leave and start their own political organization.
No, that's definitely never happened before.
These bloody agents capitalize on incidents that happened while they worked with you. They use you to build their political pedigree.
Oh, genuinely never heard of anything similar happening before, ever. Oh, snap! Didn't Caesar once cover for you when you attacked your former political father, Jacob Zuma?
Now, Justice, this is obviously completely different.
Oh, completely.
Oh, completely.
Tsakwena.
And naked cyclists took to our streets to raise awareness.
Are you sure that's all they wanted to raise?
The cyclists believe in the benefits of a car-free society.
Oh, hang on. Do we have a naked cyclist to interview, Debora?
Yes, we do.
Yeah!
We believe that our world without cars is a better world.
And a world without clothes, clearly.
The naked body is nothing to be ashamed of. We should be ashamed of how we are killing our planet.
Can I be ashamed and keep my clothes on?
You don't want to join our movement?
Sorry. No, I think I'll stay right here.
No, it's no use. He is not interested.
Oh, damn. Pity.
Wait! No! Come back! I love our planet! I really do!
Oh, well played, Justice. Well played.
Families. That's the secret to a successful restaurant. Making families feel at home. Like, no matter how loud, rude, or low, upper, lower, middle class they may be, and looking after their children. This restaurant will have a special play section for parents to leave their sprogs in a huge dog pile while they stuff their faces with delicious burgers. But we also need a gimmick, an identity that defines us. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Spur Steak Restaurants. The face of the Spur will be this Bushman bloke.
Who is he?
I don't know. I found it on a postcard somewhere. Anyway, our restaurants will be decorated with all sorts of Hottentot stuff, like beads on the lampshades, bows and arrows hanging on the wall, stuff like that.
Hottentot.
We'll even have stories on the menus about how this great Khoisan warrior wandered down to Cape Town, and when he saw Table Mountain for the first time, he was inspired to have a great feast and invent the Spur Burger.
But that is all.
Totally made up, I know. But where else will families be able to go to wolf down cheap burgers in an authentic, fake Kalahari atmosphere, right? We're going to have a club for the kids called the Baby Bushman Club.
Cool.
If they join, they get freebies on their birthday, like Bushman wigs and huge fake bums, and we'll paint their faces so they totally look like Bushmen.
But what's the connection between fast food and Khoisan culture?
Nothing. Yet. But we'll make the connection. We'll shove Khoisan culture so hard down their throats, they'll be shitting Bushmen.
We can't do this. It's racist and offensive.
What? No, it isn't. Don't say that word.
You want to appropriate and exploit their culture to sell Western fast foods to Westernized customers? You want to put blackface on children?
Okay, then, how about we do exactly the same thing, only with red Indians?
They are called Native Americans. And how is that any different?
They're, very far away?
Well, you can count me in.
Yes!
What?
We're Spur people. People with a taste for racist cultural appropriation.
President Zuma is once again in hot water for making sexist comments.
The president said that women these days are far too quick to be offended by innocent compliments.
That is correct, Debora. I mean,
If I said that you are looking very sexy today, you would be
Why,
upset.
thank you, Mr. President.
What?
I'm so glad you think I'm sexy. You know, I try so hard to get men to look at me and appreciate me, and so many of them are just distracted by my brains.
I don't even notice your brains. Why would I care about your brains when you have such a wonderful bosom?
Oh, thank you. You see, Justice, finally a real man who comments on my physical assets instead of trying to ask me questions about my politics.
I don't know what's happening here, but I'm too scared to answer.
I mean, for your age, you also have a wonderful smile. You are definitely wife material, Debora, despite your unfortunate tendency to shout sometimes.
Oh, Jacob. May I call you Jacob?
Of course.
Do you mind if I get a little closer?
Come over.
Oh.
Justice, don't you want to make yourself scarce?
Mr. Zuma, I do. I really do.
No, Justice, stay right there.
Huh?
I want you to see the look on Jacob's face when I get really close to him and tell him what a misogynist, entitled douchebag he is! SABC COO Hlaudi Motsoeneng has fired TV and radio personality Paul Tusi for taking work with another broadcaster.
Hlaudi will also be removing Miss Tusi from her other job as an actress on SABC soap Isidingo. Hlaudi has put his intellect on board the flight of the dot and come out first class with the perfect solution for traitorism. But is Miss Tusi employed by the SABC? It doesn't matter who she's employed by. She's being fired by Hlaudi.
Surely as an independent contractor she can't...
Where did you hear that? On the side of a bus? Was it told to you by Marshmallow Kangaroo? No, she is not. She needs Hlaudi to give her the intellect of his brain matters of proximity, but Hlaudi cannot give that to traitors. Traitors must go. But surely independent artists like the actors on soaps are free to apply their trade... Free to live and never lighten our doorsteps with frivolity or purpose and bouncing hair. Traitors will not be permitted on my broadcaster. Hlaudi doesn't need questionable poultry practices and trailer affections. But soapies need actors, and actors aren't actually employed by the SABC. The SABC only needs Hlaudi. Hlaudi will play all the roles on Isidingo, myself if I ask him to. I graduated cum Hlaudi from soapy school. I can cry at the toss of a head. Look. Did you see that? Look again. Yeah, you must know Hlaudi's powers.
You know what the problem with you woman is? Let me tell you what the problem is with you woman. It's that because we live in a patriarchal society, women are underrepresented in managerial positions because employers are worried they might have children, But men are parents too, and nobody worries about them, right?
She's gone, but...
Yeah, she's probably had just enough time between her two jobs to rush home to feed her children, Shame.
Yeah. Well, you know what John Lennon had to say about women, He said woman is...
Don't get me started on the blacks.
Okay, I won't get you started on the
Too late. Let me tell you something about the blacks. Now listen, these blacks, they need to catch a blurry wake-up call.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
This affirmative action bullshit, let me tell you, the problem with affirmative action is that there's just not enough of it. We need much more affirmative action if we're going to correct the socio-economic imbalances constructed through centuries of colonialism and apartheid.
Yeah, come on, blacks. Pull your bloody fingers out your poopholes. Yeah, sis, man.
Because it's not like the whites are going to get up off their privileged, entitled asses and do something about it.
Oh, don't get me started on the whites.
Oh, those whites.
Let me tell you something about the whites.
Yeah?
They're all assholes. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, near.
I don't like them.
But, hey, we are white, Bert.
So, we are also Springbok supporters. It doesn't mean we always have to be happy about it.
Yeah, true.
Did you read about that woman in China who died after being stuck in a lift?
Oh, no, Debora, don't tell me. I'm terrified of that happening to me.
She was stuck for a month.
A month?
Apparently, workers turned the power for the building off before checking everyone had left.
Oh, what a horrific thing to have happened to you.
Oh, by the way, I left my painkillers in my dressing room. Can you pop up quickly and fetch them for me?
Debora,
Yes.
it's 5 floors. I'll never make it back in time.
Just take the lift.
You know, Debora, sometimes I think you're actually trying to kill me. Like, for real.
If it's too much to ask my friend and colleague to fetch me headache tablets, well, excuse me for living.
But Debora,
You
sometimes
know what? It's fine. I understand.
But what I'm trying to do is...
Shut up. Thabo Mbeki finally wrote the letter we've all been waiting for.
The one where he talks about HIV and AIDS, the biggest scourge of his presidency, with thousands dying due to a lack of treatment while Mbeki advocated for African potatoes.
The former president stands by all of his former statements and insists he had important questions that were never answered.
I don't understand why they still don't get it. As Shakespeare said, a fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. And so on and so forth and stuff like that. These fools think they know better than me when I'm quoting 3 different experts in my letter. 3. But there will always be one who was my favorite.
African potatoes are delicious. Why don't you trust me, Dr. Beetroot? Why don't you trust our president? Shall I repeat garlic? Shall I repeat lemon?
Such wisdom. Yes, repeat it.
Garlic, lemon. Skin of the lemon also gives you a beautiful face. See? Thabo is a hero. Thabo is a hero.
You are so right. A medical genius and so on. Robbed from us too soon. Tomato.
Political party leaders have taken to the streets to encourage voter registration.
Leaving their fancy offices behind, but not their fancy motorcades, leaders have held meetings and conducted door-to-door campaigns across the country.
That would be nice, having a political leader at my door.
I'd like to see them try and get into my door. I have a thing or two I'd like to say.
I believe Cape Town will love me.
Shh! Shut up and listen to Patty Mmusi. Cape Town is not like Joburg. It's very different. You talk like that and you will get stabbed here.
Yes. Note to self. Cape Town is different.
In order to fit in with the people, you must walk like them and talk like them, just like me.
I have the walk right.
That is very good, but I think you need more swag on the left.
Right.
No, the left, man. Bloody fucking listen. The language here is not hard to learn.
Ek kan mooi Afrikaans praat.
Wat die fucking dole was dit? No one in Cape Town speaks safe Afrikaans. I'll give you a moose warm klap if you talk nonsense again.
Yes, I like that. Note to self. Practice saying, I'll give you a moerse warm klap.
And this is how you eat a catspie.
Lunch.
Nee, man. This guy is going to get me killed. Go back to the white woman in Constantia. I'll do the flats.
Okay, here you go, Debora.
What's that for?
But Debora, you said you had a headache.
Had, Justice, had. Past tense.
Debora, I went all...
You really need to get on with old news. Can you sort yourself out now?
Fine. Let's cross to Riaan with the old news.
Shiny, happy people holding. Shiny, happy people. Oh, hello, Debora. Hello, Justice. I was just teaching Matthias how to sing my favorite pop song of all time. And he's coming along so well, aren't you, Matthias? He's a natural talent. But anywho, hello there, both of you. Has your week been as splendid as you are?
Yes, thanks, Riaan. And how are you?
Fantastic, Justice. And I'm very excited about this week's old news because today we go way back to the dawn of our country's history.
Which brings me to my favorite question. Riaan, when are you taking us today?
Well, Debora, it was 315 years ago that the Khoisan were accused of stealing cattle from Dutch settlers.
Let me take you far, far back. Good evening. Goedenavond. More than 40 cattle were stolen today from Cape farmers, apparently by the Khoisan people native to the area. The Khoisan and settlers have clashed many times before, and this incident is sure to spark fresh conflict between the groups. We talk now to a spokesman for the settlers, Andries Jacobus Tertius Cornelius van Wyk. It goes on. Cornelius Willem Pieter Tenus Gerhardus Frederik Christian Balthazar Wagenwiel.
Good evening, Riaan.
Good evening. Now, are you sure the Khoisan are the culprits?
Beslis, ja. Who else could it be? There are only 3 groups in the Cape. Us, the Khoisan, and the cattle. There are too few of us settlers to steal from each other, and the last time I checked, cows don't steal themselves.
You certainly seem to have a point there.
Riaan, you must understand how important our cattle are to us. We depend on our cattle for survival.
Of course, and it must have been very expensive to ship them over from Holland.
Well, we didn't exactly ship them.
But they must have been very expensive.
Well, we didn't exactly buy them.
So where did you get your cattle?
Funny story that. We got them from the Khoisan.
So you...
Yeah, took them, yeah.
Stole them?
No, man, Riaan, you can't steal from the Khoisan. They don't believe in property, I think.
Sure. So you saying settlers can't steal from the Khoisan, but the Khoisan can steal from you?
No. Well, yes.
The exact same cattle?
Well, they're a bit fatter now.
Vraggies, that seems a bit unfair.
It may seem unfair to you, Riaan, but... Yeah,
So, with fresh animosity between the Khoisan and the settlers, we can only wait to see what happens next.
We have guns, they have sticks. What the bloody hell do you think will happen next? Huh?
Highway, cold sweat in my hair, warm smell of dry meat rising up through the air. Far away in the distance, Cape Town shimmering streetlights. My heart grew heavy, my headlights were dim. Forest up in the night, behind the walls of the mansions, it's where the rich people dwell. And I was thinking to myself, God in heaven, save me from this hell. So I turned on my GPS, asked it to show me the way. I heard a voice through an intercom. I thought I heard it say, welcome to the suburbs of Constantia. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Plenty of room in the suburb of Constantia. Any time of year, you will find us here. Her vase is Tiffany Crystal. She drives a Mercedes-Benz. She's got a very pretty pool boy, but she says that they're just friends. So I open my boots, grab some emergency wine. They haven't seen such cheap spirits here since 1969.
Yeah, welcome to the suburb of Constantia. Such a lovely place. Yeah, such a lovely place. Plenty of room in the suburb of Constantia. Think of all the low-cost housing developments that we could just add. We could build right here. Welcome to the suburb of Constantia. Such a lovely place.
such a lovely face. Living it up in the suburbs of Constantia. Any time of year, you can find us here.
The last thing I can remember, I had my pedal to the floor. I had to find my way back to the place I came from before.
Relax.
Said the ADT guy.
We are programmed to receive. You can check out at any time you want, but you can never leave.
Voter registration for the 2016 local government election is underway.
Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba is excited that his department is working closely with the IEC to encourage voter registration.
He has extended Home Affairs hours to coincide with IEC registration times to allow for collection of ID cards and books.
We are very excited about the people coming to declare themselves people of this country by picking up their ID books and smart cards, especially the young people who become officially people for the first time.
With 9 million South Africans not registered to vote, will Home Affairs have the ability and manpower to help the IEC in that effort?
We are going to be encouraging the youth by playing house music and the hip hop with no lyrics at all our offices.
Huh? DJs at Home Affairs?
No DJs, no. But we will have open mic sessions because we know the youth like to hear their own voices.
That's pretty accurate, yes.
We will also have roving Chisanyama stations in select offices.
And will there be a vegetarian option?
Oh yes, of course. Many young people these days choose to follow the vegetarian fashion. We do not discriminate.
So what's your message to the youth of South Africa?
It's time for you to vote. Come and become a real person. At Home Affairs, we are very proud that it takes only 7 days to get your smart ID card.
That's impressive.
Yes. In just 7 days, we can make you a man or a woman of South Africa. In just 7 days, I can make you a man.
Let's do the time hop again. Let's do the time warp again. Sorry. And there we have it. Another week. People are still racist, men are still sexist, and our politicians are still crazy.
This has been the 123rd State of the Puppet Nation. Goodbye.
Bye. Debora.
Yes?
My head hurts now. Can I get one of those panados?
I'm sorry, I put them back in my dressing room.
But Deborah,
just take the lift.
No.
This is tough love. You need to get over this phobia.
No, Deborah.
What?
Just leave me here, Deborah. Riaan will save me eventually. I know he will.